the last thing on the schedule, Devin, we have our road to the Super Bowl. We got to continue it. Like I said, we'll take all these road to the Super Bowls, and we're going to cover these teams, talk about what they could work on, talk about what they could, I guess, keep. If they had a whiteboard on shit that worked, shit they could write on that side of the chalkboard. But we're gonna build these teams up. Let everything happen. Let the combine happen. Let the draft happen. Let all the free agents and trades happen. Come back to it. Talk about what they hit, what they missed, and then see if there's any adjusting we need to do for them. But starting, I guess we started last episode, New York Giants. So we're going to continue in the NFC East, and we got to start the road to the Super Bowl in 2026 for the Washington Commanders. Your guys.
I was hoping you would say the Cowboys, but
I could have said the Cowboys, and if we had more time, we probably could have done. Oh, hey, if we had more time, we could have done two teams. But tonight we just got the Washington Commanders, who are they're kind of interesting. Y'all are interesting because y'all got some good and y'all got some bad, or y'all got some like super fucking ugly, like some of the ugliest shit. Like old man, like when old man Devin. Like when I was doing the research for, I was like, oh boy. But luckily there are some goods to take from this as well. So let's take a look. Let's take no kind of
some goods.
No. There's some goods. There's some goods. And I knew you'd be like this. You're definitely you're a pessimistic Commanders fan. So
yeah,
it's harder with you, but
we won 5 games this year, so it's hard to be optimistic,
But you won 12 the year before.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck.
All right, well, that's fine. But here we go. So Washington Commanders, when we look at them, total yards, they were 22nd for total yards offensively. 24th in passing. But what was really interesting is they had the 4th most rushing yards. So y'all boys were toting.
I think that's all we were doing.
Yeah, that's all.
I think that's all we had. I think that's all we could do. But here's the thing. We lost 5 games. Oh, sorry, we won 5 games.
You did. And we're gonna get to the.
So had we been able to pass, I think we would have.
We're gonna get to like the biggest problem because there's a huge shining red glaring problem as to why y'all only won 5 games. But y'all had the 10th most penalties in the NFL offensively. Y'all y'all turned the ball over the 7th most. 22nd in points. 22nd total points. Y'all were 18th in sacks allowed. So okay, at least nobody back there was getting absolutely clobbered. And what's funny is, y'all were 6th best red zone efficiency. Your red zone efficiency was 6th best in the league. So I don't know if that just means y'all didn't make it there much, and when y'all did, y'all were able to score a lot, or if y'all just had a good red zone offense. Either way,
we weren't there that much.
There's a lot of things with your offense that could make y'all like a top offense, or bring y'all back to being a top offense in the league, or just having Jayden Daniels in his fucking element again. Because obviously Jayden Daniels, he only played 7 games. That's one of the biggest factors.
7's a stretch.
He played 5.5 games.
Kind of. Like, he didn't play many games. Him being healthy is number one. That's number one everywhere. Which is why I was upset that we continued to play him after he continued to get hurt. So his health is number one.
But then to also look at it, to look at certain things like, okay, so we were 18th in sacks allowed. We had the 4th best rushing offense in yards, 22 in points, or 22 in yards. It could be worse. Like the fact that there are certain things that y'all were able to accomplish without having your starting quarterback. Obviously, Jayden Daniels coming back has to bring some type of boost to a certain category, or some of these categories. He has to. Another thing is Terry McLaurin. He missed 7 games. I know you hate to fucking give him any praise at this point because of the money y'all gave him, but he missed 7 games. And you mix that with Jayden Daniels at the same time, that's obviously going to be absolutely fucking killer. So them two coming back alone, healthy, should obviously give y'all a big boost for this
But
offense. And then
hang on.
what's up?
I mean, obviously they didn't play a lot together this year. The games when we did have Jayden, we didn't have Terry, and vice versa. Um, Terry's now a year older, or will be next year. Um, and is still going to be looked at as a not just a wide receiver number one, but a potential top 10 wide receiver in the league. Um, so there's a lot of pressure on him to be that guy. I don't know if we'll have enough options around him to I don't know, to allow him to be that guy or to help him be that guy.
So for me, and I don't know if you want to follow this, maybe you want to follow this same path, but I'm gonna start gauging the how much age matters factor on a year, like on a season by season basis. So what I mean by that is, like, until I like for me, I think the biggest thing, no matter like over an injured season or a less productive season, how organizations handle you. So for me, it's like, yeah, there's plays that D Hop made this season for the Ravens, but there's obviously a reason why he's only being played at such a limited, such a limited number of reps. Like he is too old. There are certain receivers out there who, even Odell at a certain point, the way he was being played, it
Yeah.
was like, yeah, you're not playing as much because you are too old to be this super
But
productive receiver. Terry McLaurin just got paid. The difference is he just got paid. He's at least going to be used as a wide receiver one and have the expectations of wide receiver one production. And I don't think this 1 year where he was hurt when the season before he helped create the greatest rookie quarterback of all time, you got to take the good with the bad. He got hurt. It's okay. Even Mike Evans fucking is going to come back next season and produce. And he's fucking however old with a broken collarbone. Like, he's going to produce.
yes, but that's kind of also the issue is that we're going to be giving or expecting number one receiver reps out of Terry because we paid him. And it may not even be because he's ready to do that. The injuries this year were concerning because they were, I mean, like Jayden said, his injuries were freak occurrences. It's not
They
something that's
were.
going to be chronic for him. With Terry, it was a nagging quad injury that he would injure and then re-injure, and then it just never really healed. So um, I feel like missing the training camp was a part of that. Who gives a shit? But um, that's what I'm more afraid of are like these little nagging injuries as you get older. How many games is he going to miss when we expect him to be number one?
But that's exactly why I'm treating it on a season by season basis, because a nagging injury like that, yeah, it's going to be tricky for the entire year. But now that there's going to be an entire
Yeah,
offseason going by and Terry McLaurin, I'm expecting to come in healthy. If he spends the entire next year with a bunch of nagging injuries again, then
yeah.
obviously we're gonna have to start asking some questions. Now,
Get him the
Debo
fuck out.
and Debo and Zach Ertz are free agents. I say the best way to help out Terry in terms of getting more production out of him and getting more guys on the field that are fucking worth a shit, I say you actually keep Debo, have Terry play healthy next to him, bring in Luke as wide receiver 3 or whatever you want to do. Let Zach Ertz walk and actually go big on a tight end in free agency. I think that's where you go. You have a great wide receiver 1 and then a really good connection with your quarterback and a tight end. Now That because I like JCM in the backfield. Obviously, y'all can run the ball. Y'all might be able to have some money there if y'all go big at tight end. And there's some names. There's some people before you even before I'm gonna say before you even judge the move at tight end. Y'all could go for a fucking crazy move like Isaiah Likely. Y'all could say, hey, maybe we're better. Maybe we're better off with Kyle Pitts. Y'all could grab a Cade Otton, who I liked in Tampa. You could go and you know what? And you might not. You might be like, but whatever. I liked what the fuck I saw from Charlie Kohler, from the Ravens. Like
Sure.
I
I like
shit from him.
Charlie Clark. Yeah, he looks good.
There's moves y'all can make at tight end. A lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see us utilize that position a lot more. Um, it's just, I mean, yeah, if we make a move for Likely, awesome. Um, but that's a pretty big financial commitment. Um, plus some of the issues that he's had this year. I don't. I would welcome it. I, personally, though, I would rather us look for a receiver. I don't know who's available, but um, if I would prioritize getting a receiver over. I mean, I wouldn't mind keeping Debo. He's cheap and he's a good sort of guy to have in your system. There's no reason to keep Zach Ertz. I just don't know if we go out and spend money on a tight end. Maybe
Bro,
we can spend a little bit less and get like you said, an odd and inexperienced guy.
but every dominant team has a premier tight end.
Really,
Yeah, really.
kind of.
And please don't use this year as the example. Look at every year in the history of the NFL. Look at every year in the history of the NFL.
But all right, Jayden did what he did. The Commanders did what they did last year without, I mean, with Zach Ertz.
Okay.
I don't think we need a premier tight end. I'm fine with going out and getting a solid guy who's better than Zach Ertz and younger than Zach Ertz, but I don't think we need to make a move for a Likely. A Likely's going to be expensive. I'd rather spend that money on a
But
younger receiver.
it would be so it would be so good though. Like I really think you're undermining.
Also, all we had to do instead of paying Terry Garrett Wilson money was go out and trade for fucking Garrett Wilson or someone Garrett Wilson's fucking age who's 23 years old. I'll pay a 23-year-old $30 million.
Yeah, but I do think you're undermining like how great a good tight end could be for this offense, especially like you say, like y'all were able to get shit going with a fucking Zach Ertz. So imagine what you could do with, like you said, a younger, more explosive guy or a playmaker. It doesn't have to be Isaiah Likely. That's just the biggest playmaker out the bunch. If y'all found a way to get fucking Isaiah Likely, yeah, the that's going to be a problem for that entire defense because they're going to have to figure Isaiah Likely out while Debo and fucking Terry are still running around. So, I
Yeah,
like look. Okay, think about it like this: you can't tell me there's not some type of correlation to post Chiefs Tyreek Hill and some type of drop off in wide receiver production, no matter who was out there, with Travis Kelsey drop off in production. When Travis Kelsey was more of a fucking problem, them receivers who weren't big, they weren't too established, were a motherfucking problem. Travis Kelsey, if he ain't a fucking if he's just there, if he's just one of the guys on the field, all right, we don't really got to worry about Xavier Worthy. We don't really have to worry about Rashi
agreed,
Rice. But when you
agreed.
got
But
Travis Kelsey down the seam going crazy, oh fuck, oh god, here comes oh shit, here comes Juju, like it becomes a fucking problem.
agreed. I think we would just have to change a lot about our team, which I would not have an issue with. But I don't see us utilizing the tight end in that way. There are certain teams who are able to utilize tight ends that way. There's a few of them. Like there's not every team is like, oh, there's only so many good tight ends in this league. Um, and I feel like it's a complete offensive change that I don't think we would make to bolster this team. I feel like
I
we're going to
guess.
go out and get a receiver over a tight end. But I don't know.
I want you to ask. I wish we could ask Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning how impactful their tight ends were to their career and how meaningful they are to
Yeah, but,
their career.
yeah, but Brady had the greatest tight end of all time.
Okay.
Peyton had some good tight ends. Breeze had Jimmy Graham for a little bit, I guess. That's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
You're like making my point.
but then you could also talk about receivers and other guys. Like I think Reggie Wayne was a much bigger impact than anybody else on that team, or Marvin
But
Harrison,
they
much bigger
funneled
than any tight end.
they funneled through the Patriots funneled through so many more receivers than they did tight ends.
And what tight end was Tom Brady throwing to before 2011?
I don't know. I was fucking. If I bet you if I pulled his
Nobody
what
memorable.
I mean if I pulled his name up and it was like Benjamin Watson or something, maybe it's an actual conversation.
Maybe, but
Who knows?
still, um, I don't know. It would
I,
be great if we could get a Likely,
I'm just
but
saying it's like,
Likely's a guy that I would want to utilize a lot if we were to have him.
and you'd be upset with that.
No, but I just don't see us utilizing him.
Okay, sure. I mean, I guess, but I mean, it's just I don't know. To for yeah, maybe Peyton Manning. Yeah, I love Reggie Wayne, but I'm pretty sure there's a
And
real soft spot for Dallas Clark in Peyton Manning's heart. Uh, I guarantee
I
you
bet,
there is.
I bet, there's also a soft spot for a. Never mind. Um,
Ask Philip Rivers who his favorite target was.
all right, top 3 tight end of all time. Sorry, we're
There's a
not going
big
to get a top
correlation
5 tight end
between
of all
there's
time.
a big correlation between the top
Yeah,
tight ends in the
and
league.
no fucking playoff wins or no important playoff wins.
Okay, I guess, but there's a big correlation between top tight ends in NFL history and top QBs in NFL history than there is top
Of
wide
course,
receivers in NFL history. Randy Moss was everywhere. Jerry Rice was able to get 1,000 yards when he was 40. He didn't need fucking he
when did
didn't
Jerry
need
Rice turn Jewish?
Jerry Rice did Jerry Rice didn't need Steve and Joe Montana when he was 40 years old and still getting 1,000 yards. Tight ends are more impactful than receivers. That's my hot take of 2026. Thank you.
I don't know, sort of. Depends.
Get you a
Depends if
good
you have a top 5 tight end of all time.
yeah, and if you
How
get
many
you a
Super
top,
Bowls? How many Super Bowls did Tony Gonzalez win?
how many Super Bowls did Gronk win?
Fucking what? 3, 4, 4, and they
A
were
lot
with
of
Tom
Super Bowls.
Brady.
I don't
So
know
I
how
think
many
Tom Brady's
fucking.
more impactful to Gronk's career than Gronk was to Tom Brady's.
I think they helped each other out a lot, but I'm just saying you could have cut fucking Julian
And if
Edelman and
Aaron
all.
didn't fucking do what he did,
Oh my god, do you not know how crazy they would have fucking been?
they would have been insane. But there's not a lot of teams running a 2 tight end duo, let alone 1.
Well, actually, a lot of teams are, and that's because they're still watching 2011 Patriots tape.
It's true. Um,
Because who was
but
running
yes,
that
we need to
offense?
continue with this bullshit team.
Either way, that's y'all offense. But then here's the biggest problem with your team: your defense is abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
Like abysmal. Like when you take a look at just the numbers alone, y'all have the most yards allowed, the sixth most points allowed. Y'all were 31st in turnovers. Fifth y'all were fifth most passing
No,
yards.
now 31st in turnovers ahead of the team with 0 turnovers.
Yeah, well, they
No,
had a
sorry,
few
0
fumble. Yeah,
interceptions,
zero
few
interceptions,
fumbles.
few fumble recoveries. Y'all were third worst in rushing, fifth worst in passing, ninth most defensive penalties. Y'all were tied 8th in sacks, so at least y'all got to the quarterback a little bit. But this is why y'all sucked right here. That's the biggest reason why y'all suck. Y'all need a complete overhaul. Bobby Wagner led the team in tackles. Von Miller led the team in sacks. Y'all need a fucking huge overhaul. I would say y'all need to go deep into
That's
the.
dreadful.
Y'all need to go deep into
They
the
have a
free.
combined age of 65. They can get Social Security if they combine their ages.
It might be higher than that. It might be a couple years older than
It's
that.
probably higher than that.
It might be. It might
It's
be.
probably.
It might push 70. I'm not gonna lie to you. It might. It might put.
I think they might both be 35.
Um. But this team here, y'all need to y'all need to dig deep into the free agency pool, and y'all also need to just draft hella defensive players, just defensive fucking athletes, just something. Y'all need to figure something out because if y'all go looking here,
Maybe we should.
uh,
I think there's a trade we need to make though.
for
This guy plays on the New Orleans Saints, and boy, did he have an impact in the last 3 weeks of the season.
is he a receiver?
Nope, he's a defensive player. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
What a move that would be.
See, I was gonna say, I was
But
gonna
yeah,
say,
no,
I thought you were gonna say make a trade for Olave.
that'd be nice.
That'd be ridiculous. Um, would have been a lot better than the Debo trade. But okay, here in terms of pass rushers, so here you go for pass rushers. Obviously, if you don't want to dip big into a tight end, you could dip big into like a Trey Hendrickson. You could, it's a possibility,
Not
or
much,
you
really.
could, if you don't, you want to spend a little less money, maybe give Khalil Mack a couple more shots at his career, even though yeah, look, if here's my thing. If y'all are gonna pay Von Miller and Bobby Wagner to play football, I'd rather pay Khalil Mack to play football. I'm just saying. Joey Bosa is gonna be a free agent. Hassan Reddick, Adafe Owe, David Ajabo. There's some people you could get to add some pressure on that defensive line. And then if you need if you want to look at the DB market, I mean, now DB market you might have to make some trades or maybe look into the draft, but you could grab Kyle Duggar. He was he was impactful for what the Steelers had going this year. Geno Stone, Reed Blankenship. Y'all could y'all could y'all
Fuck
could
Geno Stone.
y'all could
Fuck Geno Stone.
he's better than any safety y'all got in the last 10 fucking years. Y'all could get Reed Blankenship. Y'all could steal him from Philly.
I'll take Reed. I'll take
Steal
Reed.
him from Philly. You could get Jeff Okuda. I
Don't you
know
want some
he's
white cornerback?
D Alford over in Atlanta. I mean y'all can make some moves for some corners or some safeties, but y'all need to like bad. Like the offense, you don't have to make many moves. I think like I said, I'd love a splash at tight end if you'd rather them go at wide receiver or whatever. But if you bring back a lot of those guys healthy, y'all are gonna be able to make some impact. Y'all make this defense fucking 30% better, then this offense could be top 10 alone just because they have that much of an opportunity to fucking put up points and yards.
I want I want us to spend our draft getting a defense. Um, if we can draft a few solid defensive players, that's not only going to help us this year, but in the next coming years. Which I think is, again, if we're looking at the thing I didn't like about, yes, the Patriots are playing well, but the thing I didn't like about this year was that we put ourselves in a win now position after having a good year with Jayden. Had we not had that good year with Jayden, we probably don't extend Terry. And not for this much money. And it's like this team was not in the position. We walked in with this defense this year. Nothing about this defense changed. We walked in with this defense and said, "Oh, we're going to go and do what we did last year." Fuck no.
Yeah.
That's what made me upset about like us going, "Oh yeah, no, we're good. We can go win games because we got Cliff." Um, so no, I want to see us draft. I want to see us actually build for the future when we have a quarterback who we can have for the future. Yes, it's going to be hard to fucking win playoff games down the road, and we might never touch an NFC championship again. But I don't know. We need to draft defensive players, and then um, the O line needs some help a little bit. That'd be nice. And honestly, sorry, the other thing, I don't want to see us put all of our eggs into the Bill Krosky merit basket. I want to see us at least take a look at a running back market and not go, oh, this seventh round pick is our guy forever.
Okay. I mean, I think anything but re-signing Austin Eckler is probably the best
That
move.
yes, please don't resign him. Yeah,
That would be fantastic. So yeah, I mean, you guys basically, yeah, you switched to having a win now mentality after last season, which I didn't make any win now moves. So maybe
none.
now y'all took this fucking beating this year, so y'all take a step back and go, all right, hold on, let's remember that we got a franchise quarterback, and maybe we don't have to win now, but we can make some moves to like start to win a little bit more, and then progressively get better as the years go
I'm
by.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I need to lower my expectations for this organization. It's usually, I mean, my expectations are low. Last year
Mm-hmm.
raised them a little bit, but my expectation now is to get Jayden into our new stadium with our jersey on. That would be awesome. I want to see him in DC with our jersey on. If he
Yeah,
can't make it there, we're fucked.
because
We're
Jayden
fucked.
Daniels, I'm not gonna lie, he seems like a guy who really don't give a fuck. So if y'all keep fucking around, he will leave.
He will leave.
He will
I don't
leave.
think he wants to, but if we
No,
don't get him shit, he's out.
yeah, I
And
don't
his
think he wants
mom
to
is
leave.
going to get him out of here.
Oh yeah. His mom ain't playing about that shit at all.
Oh,
There's no
she's
fucking
taking his
chance.
ass to the Chargers like that.
Out of there. The Chargers? Oh my god.
LA,
The
baby.
Ch-
There's
oh,
money in LA, dude.
USC. Juju Watkins.
Juju Watkins, dude. She's gonna go play for the fucking Sparks, and yeah,
Sure.
that'll be
If
that.
that's is that who that is? Um,
I think that's the LA team. Yeah,
but then your opponents next season. Obviously, y'all got Philly twice. Y'all got Dallas twice. Y'all got the Giants twice. Y'all got the NFC West. Y'all got the AFC South. Y'all got Minnesota, Cincinnati, and Atlanta. So y'all got some fucking games. Y'all got some fucking games. Obviously, Philly twice, going to be a problem. Dallas twice, going to be a problem. Y'all could New York. Yeah, yeah. I mean, depending on how either y'all look, it's going to be a question. The
I
NFC
want two from
West.
New York.
The NFC West.
I'm
After
gonna
the
go out on
season
a
they
limb
just
here.
had.
I don't think the NFC West is gonna repeat what they did this year. Cool, the Rams are good. Cool, the Niners are good. It's gonna take a lot for the Niners to be really good next year. Um,
Yeah.
I think they'll be
See,
good. I don't think they're going to turn into a bad division, but this year was, I mean, three teams in the division was crazy.
I think that limb broke because the Niners are doing all of this with a lot of holes in their ship. That's the first thing. The Rams, while mind you, Matt Stafford could literally retire after the season and it all be over for them. If he doesn't, they're gonna
Yeah.
turn around and be ridiculous again next season.
And then
And
for
then
some reason, every year, Sean McVay's like, I consider retirement. I need to go spend time with my kids. He does it every year. Once he leaves, they're done.
okay, well let's be real because this is how most players go, or most players and coaches do go when they like are considering retirement. The season ends and they go, maybe I want to spend time with my family, whatever. And then they spend a bunch of time with their family and get really fucking bored and hate their lives and go, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to playing football and I'm gonna I'm gonna give it another year. So that's
Why
what
do you think
happens with
LeBron's
that.
still in the league, dude?
Yeah,
Too many fucking Taco Tuesdays.
LeBron's such a great dad. It's like, yeah, because he does not want to go home.
He is not there, dude. He does not
Uh,
give a fuck. LeBron's a
no,
great
no,
dad. Oh yeah,
no. Yeah, I was about to say LeBron's a good dad. But okay, here let's use somebody else who's a terrible dad. Tyreek Hill. He's coming back next year because he is a
Tyreek
horrible
Hill.
person.
He'll be back next year. I don't
Um,
think he has a family to go back to.
no, they're all probably hiding from him, afraid, playing hide from Boogeyman because he's gonna beat the shit out of us and then dangle us over a balcony and then break our legs when we beat him in football in the backyard. He's a terrible person. He's a piece of shit.
He's an El
Fucking piece
Kukui,
of
dude.
shit.
He's the
But all right.
boogeyman.
Time to give y'all a grade. Time to give y'all a percentage, a chance at the Super Bowl. And I've been thinking about this since last podcast. I was like, all right, does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? It makes sense. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you said, well, the problem here is the cap is 20%. No team's gonna go over 20%. If a team ended up with a top five offense, a top five defense, a top five rushing offense, a top five rushing defense, and had the easiest schedule in the world, even having a 20% chance is absolutely
It's a lot.
ridiculous. The biggest
Yeah.
Super Bowl favorites preseason, the biggest preseason Super Bowl favorites of all time were the Rams in 1999 with a 0.66% chance.
0.66 or 66%.
0.66% chance.
Now they were the greatest show on turf,
The
and they were
greatest
about
show on turf.
that close from not winning the Super Bowl. But
The greatest show on turf had the highest preseason chance to win the Super Bowl, and it was a 0.66% chance. So I think giving these teams a 9% chance, a 16% chance, a 14% chance, I think it's very fair. I think it's very fair. I think it'd be unfair to say, hey, you get 20% and the rest of the 31 teams have to split 80%. That would be a little ridiculous. But yeah,
fair.
so I like the cap at 20. Starting with your passing offense, Devin,
Also,
we had
does it make sense now that I'm thinking about it that the total number of the NFL teams would be over 100%?
what?
If you combine all of the NFL teams,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It makes sense.
What are you talking about?
You were talking about the 20%, and then every team's fighting over the rest of the 80%.
Yeah, theoretically. That was just a theoretical.
Theoretically, yes.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
if
that
one
works.
team had a 20% chance. I'm saying in a theoretical world, there is no world where one team would have so much of an advantage where they had a 20% chance to win the Super Bowl. That would be
Agreed.
it'd be impossible. Um But time to give out some grades. So starting with your passing offense. Now we're going out of 18 instead of 20. So we're just bumping it down 2. But out of 18, 0 to 18, your passing offense, how well you think they can be, your projection. This past season, obviously, y'all had some issues because Jayden Daniels barely fucking played. Y'all were 24th in passing yards. 18th in sacks allowed. So I think even Jayden Daniels alone, y'all probably allow even less sacks just because the motherfucker's probably gonna avoid a few more than Marcus Mariota or Josh Johnson will. Um, so if I had to, man, let's think like a Jayden Daniels of his rookie year, and then like you had to take out some numbers if you combined them with last year. Terry comes back healthy. If y'all make some type of splash, y'all gotta make a move, whether it's receiver or tight end. What do you think?
12
12 out of 18?
at best. At best.
12, 10, 11?
11.
11 out of 18. Well, 11. We'll go 11 out of 18. Fuck it. We'll go 11 out of 18. And then the rushing offense. Obviously, y'all were able to put up enough in the rushing department. And I like that. And Jayden Daniels, once
Yeah, but
again, being on
I
the
don't trust those numbers.
bro, but Jayden Daniels being here, because here's the thing, because like when you split that up,
I don't want
when
to
you
see
look at
Jayden run.
that, I do, I do, I do. Stop pretending like quarterbacks can't run. Quarterbacks can run. Look at Lamar and Josh
Well, not if
Allen.
they're gonna
Quarterbacks can run.
snap their elbow in half when they fall.
All right, but here's the thing.
He snapped
Here's
his
the thing
elbow
with that.
in half.
Look, look. Here's the thing with that Jayden Daniels situation, though, right? He just has to learn how to fall.
Yeah.
That's it. He didn't take, like he said, that was a freak accident. That was some weird shit that happened. But in terms of hold on, I'm just pulling up all these rushing stats just to see exactly what the fuck y'all had cooking besides JCM. But I think if Jayden Daniels learns how to not fall right directly on his arm and place his fucking palm to where his elbow is gonna shoot the other way, pointing first down for the offense, I think y'all would be all right. I think y'all would be good. But no, I like, yeah. I mean, JCM put up 800. Chris Rodriguez put up 500. Y'all were able to let Marcus Mariota run for 300 fucking yards. I mean, obviously y'all have the ability to put somebody behind this offensive line and run the football. Let's not play stupid. With that being said, I'll go up 13, 13,
No.
14, 13, 5.
That's too high.
We gave your
I can go
passing offense
13,
11.
maybe.
We gave your passing offense
I don't
11.
know if our rushing offense is going to be better if we had Marcus Mariota. We weren't trying to throw the ball that much.
Okay, 13. 13 it is. 13 it is. 13 it is. And we gotta take a look at this passing defense. Um Boy, oh boy.
Fucking
Uh
4. The way it is right now, it might be lower than that. Like, we are, boy.
but it's like it's so hard to imagine that y'all aren't gonna find somebody at least better than what y'all got. And if y'all don't make better moves than last season, which was supposed to be the year y'all made some win now moves, then yeah, I mean 3, 4. That's what it has to be. It has to be that fucking bad.
We haven't
Um,
made any moves. We haven't proven that we can make moves. I think the last few biggest moves that we made in terms of DBs was Josh Norman and Landon Collins.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Okay, 4, 4 it is. And then we look at the rushing
yep.
defense. Rushing defense. I mean, okay. Uh,
It
I'm
has
trying to
potential to
find
be better
something.
than. Here's the thing: when your pass defense is the worst in the league, it's kind of hard to protect the run too. Um, I can see us getting a good interior D lineman and being okay, or getting a good edge rusher and
But
being decent.
see, that's the problem. Y'all got a good interior defensive lineman. Y'all have Frankie Louvu. Like y'all got some guys that really should be able to stop that run. Um,
Um,
so I mean, I'll
Louvu's
definitely go
been
higher than
streaky though.
4. But how high you want to go? 7.5.
7,
See, I was gonna go 8. See, let's just
7.5.
7.5 it. 7.5 it
How'd
and
you
call
know?
it a day. 7.5. Huh?
How'd you know I was gonna say Salem?
Cause I know. I knew
Cause
where you were going with it. Strength of schedule. Like I said, y'all got your division, then you got the NFC West, the AFC South, And then Minnesota, we don't know how they're going to look. Every week they look different. And then Cincinnati, fucking hell, if Joe Burrow is healthy, that's going to be a problem. And then, I mean, Atlanta. I mean, shit, I don't know. That schedule.
What did we give the Giants?
I'm about saying, remember, this is a
Oh
reverse,
no, this
you
was,
know,
but the number was how well
the
do you think we'll
opposite.
play against that certain schedule? Yeah,
It was the opposite. So, because we gave a 7.5 out of 20 to the New York Giants. And they get to play essentially the same team plus the Browns, Lions, and Saints. I think your schedule's a little harder. Not gonna lie.
but how well
Six
are we going to
five,
play against them?
maybe a little bit better. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
I'm going to
I
be
don't know the
honest.
Giants.
No, the way that these two teams stand right now, they got our fucking number.
Okay, so what? six point
So
five,
yeah,
six
like if
point
we don't
five.
like, they got a first overall, not first overall, a first round wide receiver, a first round quarterback, should have been first round running back, plus a pretty good defense. We got dick. We got a good quarterback.
All right, okay. And then for the
And a
last 10 points,
32-year-old with a fucked up quad.
as I pull out the calculator, the last 10 points, Devin. This is basically how well or just if so basically look at it like this. In the future, how if I asked you, all right, Devin, a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the offseason moves the Washington Commanders made? What do you think your answer is going to be 5 months from now?
2.
2? 2.
Yeah,
I mean, that essentially means y'all aren't doing jack shit.
maybe a 3. Now that's me being a
3?
pessimist.
I mean, that is you being super like that. Yeah, no, that is prime
But
pessimist.
I'm
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. The fact that we played well last year and then came into this year and said we aren't going to change shit but trade away our top running back. I don't know if we're going to make a real move.
But
I mean, we
but
let our
it
OC walk for pennies, for nothing, just to keep Dan
but
Quinn. We said, oh no, we trust and love Dan Quinn. Yes, great. Yes, great. Wow, wonderful.
but Washington saw what those moves did for them.
What moves?
Exactly. They saw the
What
move
moves?
we didn't make. That's what I'm saying. Washington didn't make any moves last year, and they saw what it did. Yeah, I had 5 fucking wins, so they got to be going in this offseason going, all right, something's got to
I
change.
know, but then you look at injuries to the offense and you go, that was the reason. It wasn't the reason. Because we're fucking scrub bums.
I mean, I was gonna go at least a 4, so maybe end it with a 3.5.
3-5.
And end it with a 3.5. And then I pull out the calculator, add the 3.5. You got that divided by 6, a rounded up to 7.6% chance to win the to get to the Super Bowl next season. There you go. That ain't crazy. Because then when you compare it to a team like, I don't know, the Bills, who are going to have like a 16.5% chance to make the Super Bowl, then it'll make this 7.6 look a lot more accurate. But Devin, with that being said, we gave you a bumpy road to the Super Bowl. We talked some head coaches and where they might possibly be coaching next season. John Harbaugh and where we know he's going to be coaching next season. ranking the best active fifth overall picks. We gave a preview to the divisional round. Is there anything else you need to say before we get out of here?
No. I'm gonna be honest. Sorry, this made me feel really bad about my football team. I have no hope.
See, but
I
like,
got close to no hope. And the fact that I had to
does
go
it?
to even as sad to think that Jayden might not make it to our next stadium, that pissed me off when I said that.
But doesn't it help you understand that how this could work wonders for other fan bases if they like actually sat down and understood like, oh damn, like we got no chance.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if like the Browns were like, "Hey guys, you know how like we've never had a chance? We really don't have a chance this year." That would be nice.
Zero chance. We
But
have a
no,
negative chance. Well, I'm sorry
I
about
wouldn't be
that.
opposed to
Sorry
giving
that.
a few teams some negative chances.
Yeah, no, or just a flat out zero. Um, but yeah, I guess with that being said, we'll be back on
We
Tuesday.
we gave teams flat zeros last year,
Yeah. Like, which is funny.
like a
Carolina, who
lot
made
of
the
teams.
playoffs. We gave a few teams a zero. I'm gonna go back and check who we gave zeros to. But it's time to get out of here.